Hello friends. Today we are going to discuss here MBA second year fourth semester here 404 service operations management here. So there are some 13 units here. In our first unit, introduction, then service strategy, organizational culture, new service development, managing the customer relationship, managing supplier relationship, service progress, then service people, demand forecasting, capacity management, inventory management, queuing system, information technology, and project management. These are the 14 units are here in this subject 404 here. And you will find here there are some 14 subjects are here. Then there are some points here also. You will find that there are some points here. In unit number one is here, that is of here, and you will find that the unit number introduction here. Then there is also some of the process here, and here is service operations management. This is the subject for you here. That is of here. One of the service managements here. That is message given by the chancellor and the affair also here. And here you will find that there are some points here also. And first unit is here. That is for the your service operations given here. That is the here are some points here are also here service operations management syllabus. Then here introduction to service operations management here unit number one here you will find that. And here in this unit number one here there are some unit objectives are there, and those unit objectives are given here in unit number one, introduction to service operations management here. Here, unit objectives are given. Here, introduction is given. Service first continues. A large percentage of the economy of every industrialized nation. However, despite of the size of the service economy here, and there are also some unit objectives are given here. First one is the understand how and why services are important for Indian economy. Then here next is that is of service definition. Then there is a definition of operations. Then describe key challenges faced by the service operations manager. Here, what is service? Service is pre-received. Perceived is a contribution of experience and outcomes of delivered to and received by the customer. And Johnson and Clark, 2008 here he has defined. The service experience is the customer's direct experience of the process, and it includes the customer's interaction with the staff, organization, and its facilities also. Here, the service outcome depict the results of the customers and the enterprise experience. The output may be tangible in the form of revenue, profit, increased sales, etc., and intangible of the form of goodwill and spreading the word of mouth, etc. Here there are some characteristics of service here. Here the characteristics are first was it is intangible. Then consumption goes along with its production also. This is the second feature of services. Third feature, it requires the nearness to the customers also. And fourth point is feature is that is it cannot be stored to be used later. So these are some four characteristics or features of the services here. Now, what is operations? Here, according to businessdictionary.com, operations consist the jobs or the tasks consisting of one or more element or substances performed typically in one's location. Operations transfers resources or data input into desired goods and services and results and create deliver value to the customers also here. Two or more connected operations constitute a process. The crux is that it talks about the transforming process also. Operations means it is a transforming process also. A transforming process could be present in any of business functions like marketing, accounting, production, logistics. For example, here it is given marketing manager needs to organize his sales force and accounts manager needs to streamline movement of financial documents across various departments. A production manager works out a way to move the job across the several machines to get the final product. Thus, all these are functions entailed to the operations here. There are some key challenges faced by the operation manager. Generally, every operation is unique in its own way. The unequivalences of varies from domain to domain, like the process of hospitals are totally different from the educational institutions here. However, the challenges faced by the service operations manager in running the process are quite general, which are as follows. So there are some challenges, and those challenges for an faced by the operation managers. First one is to manage customers with the varying demand. This is the first challenge. Second is to manage the experience given to the customers and outcome of the service. Then third challenge is that is managing the time associated with the process. Then fourth is developing the coordination and mechanism between various departments of service providing organization. Then fifth challenge is that is of the chalk out the plan, link services operations with the tangible business outcomes here. Then next is that is of leveling the exciting process, existing process to an improved level also. And the last challenge is here incorporating the innovation in all services. So these are some key challenges faced by the operations manager. Then there are some managing customers with the varying demands. Many customer services organizations deal with the varying demands such as restaurants and customers with varying taste and ethically times sensitivity, etc. arrive to the restaurants expecting that their taste buds will be delighted by the served food also. However, at the back end of the complexity of the operation is very high because exhaustive menu offered to the customers and much needed hygiene in these operations here also. Then there is managing experience given to the customers and the outcome of service here. The boundary between the experiences given to the customers while being here while being here, you will find that those are some points here and here service operations management, and you will serve the outcome of service is either very thin or sometimes non-existence. For example, here in a restaurant, customer experiences the ambience, bus by services, music order sitting, and course of food also. While service is being delivered with the outcome informed, the ordering more in happening simultaneously also there. Then, in such situation, the lead time between the experience and the outcome is very small one. Thus, the customers has to be lured to come again in the short span of time itself. It is thus very challenging for operations manager to deal with such situations also. And then the next point is that is of manage time associated with the process. Time taken to deliver the service is very critical as far as experience of the customer's concerned. In mobile service providing companies, if a customer has to wait for longer period to conduct customer care operator, he or she may feel discomfort, which may even lead to the migration of customers from one service company to another. In such situation, operation manager has to make it sure that waiting time should be as less as possible here. Then the next point is our challenge is developing coordination mechanism between various departments of services providing organization here. It is very challenging to the establish synergism, uh, synergization between several departments and working together to provide a service to customers in airlines. For example, here, engineering department, air traffic control department, then catering, then cabin crews are altogether responsible for the flight of an aircraft. However, if any one of these departments does not comply with the prescribed schedule, the flight gets late here. Thus, in such situation, the purpose of operation manager is highlighted there, where he or she has to act as facilitator to the coordinate the departments and synthesizing uh, their operation for timely flight here. The next challenge is that it chalk out the planned link service operations with the tangible an operation manager has to ensure the reluctant and wasteful and non-value added activities. The remote of the oil service is being provided in the customers. Then there is levering existing process to be improved level. The service operation often needs to be upgrading according to the new norms or change in the process or procedure also. So these are some points here. Then there is a next point is that is of 147 interrupting and incorporating innovation in the service also. Here, in the current competitive scenario, there is a constant pressure on management to come up with the innovative ideas to improve the service of offer new experience to the customer. Before certain services becomes click, a newer way to ally their customer should be ready to be implemented. Now it comes to the groundwork that the operations manager who work make it happens and implementation innovations of several types of risk like economical, then operational, etc. It is operations managers who plays a pivotal role in overcoming the hazard postage also here. Then there is a summary at the end of each unit here. There are also key terms or concepts are here. Service. the action of helping or doing work for someone, operation, an active process or discharge of function, service for operations, then process. These are the some key concepts are there. Then there is also next point is unit. There are unit number 2 is here given that is here. The next point is that is here is given here too. That is the sum of the point here are given here also. Uh, Now this here there are some points here, some uh, rules are here also given. Then there are some here, some of the units are here also. Then there will be some of the points here also given. Then here also these are the some points here must be there, and there are some points of the here manufacturing MMG here. Then there are some here are points of the here. Those are here. Here. Then race, madam, race, madam, Dumar madam. हे सुरूच नाही झालं ना, बंद झालं मध्येच. रेसला बोलावं होतं एक मिनिट. ते सुरू करून द्या मॅडम. तेच बंद झालं ना ते. हा सब्जेक्ट चालू आहे 404 एम एम
MMG 404 हे बघा.
हा. Today we are going to discuss here MMG 404. That is, there are 14 units here. Then here you will find that there are some here are some problems are here also. You will find that there are some topics here also, and there are some points are also here. Given as per the definitions of your managing experience given to services, then there are some challenges are also given here. Managing time service, then developing coordination, then chalk out some leverage also. So these are the points, interruptions and then innovations also. There are some areas here also. Key concept service, then service operations, then there are some points of here. Then there is next unit is here is given in your book, that is here. The next unit is here, and unit here is the second unit, service strategy and formulation here. Here you will find a service strategy prescribed to the basic guidelines for operations of framework that adds to the manager to find out avenue of providing value to the customers also. There are some unit objectives here. Understand how firm plans service strategy, then know use of service as a contemporary labor, then understanding planning of service strategy and enumerate it also. So strategy planning is the service firms needs to be expedite the corporate strategy first here also. Later on the basis of the corporate levels objectives also there. There is a strategic configuration here. The firm strategic configuration generally determined by the six factors are there. And those factors are service, quality, access, scope, innovation, and demographics here. Service in order to attain the competitive advantage of over the competition players in the market. A firm tries to come up with the distinctive approach, and however, this is the approach may be on one thing which remains the undisputed. Then second is that is second factor is quality. Vitally, every firm tries to provide best quality, best class service to the customers here. But with the advent of the big players like Apollo, then Fortis, etc., in the market, the whole healthcare paradigm paradigm has been shifted also. Then there is also next point is that is of access here. Accessibility in service can be generally related to the location of the timings of the operations of facility also there. Here, while as far as timing of the operations are concerned, here McDonald's provides breakfast meals menu from the 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Such strategy has operated altogether in new avenue of invested in food channels here. Most of the every restaurant on the fast food giant operations between the 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. But this time of the day has remained untapped, and here is very well exploited by the using timing as lever of the boost revenues also here. Then there is a scope, third factor. So it refers to the range of the services offered a service organization has to its customers also. 7-Eleven's a chain of convenience stores in Japan offers its customers a wide range of service, and it includes communication service, rental service, bus fare, then cards, stamps, photography, courier, fast food. It has thus pioneered in the market of segment, and this provides more or less everything person wants in its day-to-day life also. Then there is innovation. Service organizations often have to come up with the service innovations at the regular intervals also. In most of the cases, it happens that the organization pioneering the innovation of these to be strategic policy position that be then difficult for its contemporary competitors to gain also. Then there is a next point factor is that is demographics here. One can establish unique position in the market by targeting service here demography rather than being general one. Airtel generally targets the city youths who are the internet savvy and fond of multimedia also. In such a way, communication service provides gain competitive advantage by giving the value added services with effect to multimedia also. Then there is the next point is that is formulation of service strategy here. After establishing service configuration, it is service strategy that needs to be formulated. It is the bridge between the firm's vision of and execution is also there. It aligns the operations as the firm's competitive priorities. Formulation of the service or strategy here entails the determinants of order winner and order qualifier. There is also order qualifier is the characteristic of services provider which enables a firms to remain competitive in the market. For example, mobile communication in industry. Clear voice and good signals are order qualifiers because it is the basic functions of the any communication. Without these attributes, there can be no communication. Then similarly, delivering the parcel at a correct destination using the some transportation mode is order of qualifier also here. Now, while order winner are the attributes of the service which make a firm market leader. These attributes causes the customers to choose one service over the other than services here. There is a next point is that is execution of operations. Here, it involves the managing day-to-day service operations to meet its requirements also and agree it includes the majority of the text being dissecured and these codes also. It is very important to manage these aspects of the properly, else no matter how good is the strategy. If it fails to get implemented, it is of no use. Then there are the next point is types of services. There are many types of services here. Nature of operations providing particular type of service changes. Here from service to another. Once management of the services has their own set of challenges. For example, running a call center of offshore customers pose different set of issue of compared to the running a restaurant here. Issues are also differ from non-profit making company to profit making company. Here, Johnson and Clark here in 2008 has explored the differences between five boards actors of service economy, which are as follows. There are the five types of services given by them here, Johnson and Clark. First, business to business, that is B2B service, then business to customers, B2C service, then internet service, public service, and here non-for-profit service. These are five types here. Business to business service, these are the services provided by the business house like maintenance of service, consultancy, technical training, Then these services are mostly consumed by the professionals and other business houses also, which are not necessarily the end of the customers here. Challenges in providing business to business service are to be provide high quality service to business customers having high uh, purchase also there. Then there are also some points of the business to customers also there. Here are some business to customers. There are some services provided to individuals as the shops, hotels, banks, and cinemas, etc. Then there are some internal services also. These are interdepartmental services present with the organization. For example, finance department service on the purchasing department in a manufacturing organization by allocating the budget for purchasing a certain item. Then some of each such departments are finance, purchasing, IT personnel, etc. In such services, the users have lesser or no choice for choosing the service provider. Then there are some public services. These are offered by generally central or local government for welfare of the public also. Public services avenues they include of hospitals, schools, then health centers, insurance offices, banks, etc. In this case, two users have too little choice of for choice. These services are funded through the taxes paid to the government. Major challenges besides such services providers is to balance between the social welfare and political pressure also. Then there is next type of services that is of non-profit service here. Here, these services are provided by non-government agencies or charities. They offer counseling in times of distress, social awakening, child care, animal care, etc. Beneficiaries of these services are chosen recipients. Then these agencies may be funded by the government, private organizations, social service agencies, or the individuals also. It is difficult for these agencies to coordinate between volunteers and donors and beneficiaries. There is a case study given here in your book that is a situation. A manufacturing company wanted increment in sales and profitability. A strategic planning firm was given responsibility to make out the projects necessary to attain these goals also here. The project consists here improving the project line development of new channels and marketing generation, then additional sales advancement, manufacturing capabilities also there. Then the board of directors was ready to take loan or reverse save earnings to accomplish these projects here. However, they wanted to be assured that the adequate return on investment would be obtained. But the strategic planning company had proficiency in development of strategy, not in execution of it here. Then there is also PM Allied has hired for the following a creating detailed and realistic plan to accomplish the strategic project, then implementation of sources planning, resource planning, facilitate to contemplate completing everyday work and strategic project. And see here, provide major stakeholders with the metrics and dashboard reporting here. Now we cooperated strategic teams to build here a project plan also here for each initiative. Then dashboard reporting was also provided for the management of monitoring the activities status also. The board of directors were provided regular feedback to confirm that this significance of headway is being made by the project team and that funds were be invested in suitably here. Then outcome of here, the firm has finished all strategy project and stock price for the raise of more than 280%. From the direction of the executives attribute much of the raised share price to accomplish the strategic initiative in its recent address and in investment community. The firm promising clear future was discussed regarding the astonishing acknowledgement of the initiatives. There are these summary at the end of each unit given here. There are some key concepts. There are no key concepts here. Uh, Summary is also given at the end of each unit here. You will find that there are some points are also here. Some points are given here. Summary is here, and that is the service strategy prescribe the basic guideline for operations. Then making corporate level strategy means the strategy configuration it is stated with the market firms targeting how it will be distinguished its service from the other players. Then after establishing service configuration, it is very service strategy that needs to be formulated. Then challenges providing business to business, challenges provided to business consumers, services also there. For service provider, the major challenge is to be balanced between social welfare and political pressure also. So these are some points here. Then here the key terms are given here. Strategy, a method or a plan chosen for bring out a desired future. Planning, it is basic management function in solving formulation of one or more detailed plans. Then indefinities, then hierarchy, then here quality. It is manufacture and measure of excellence or state of being free from defects. Then there is execution. It means the completion of formalities or steps are required to be made an agreement or other documents legally valid here. Then there is also a point is that is of here. We shall stop here because we have the time is now up here. And the next unit is here, that is of unit number 3, organizational culture here. Organizational culture from unit number 3. We shall stop here because the next unit is here, is unit 4, unit 3. Unit 3 will be here, organizational culture. MMG 404. 2 units completed. We shall stop here. फायनान्स आहे ना
FMG 4